Go out on a clear night in the city, and you can see hundreds of stars. Go out away from the city lights, and you can see thousands of stars. And if we look through a telescope, you can literally see billions of stars. In fact, astronomers estimate that there are about 100 billion stars just in our Milky Way galaxy, and about 100 billion galaxies in our observable universe. But you don't need to go so far out to see astronomically large numbers. Just look at a drop of water, 0.5 milliliters. We can divide water into smaller and smaller bits until we get down to the molecular level, and through careful chemical analysis we can estimate the number of water molecules in a drop at about 1.6 times 10 to the 21st water molecules, or a 1 and a 6 with 20 zeros after it. Another way to say it is that a drop of water has about 1.6 hexillion individual water molecules, well over a billion billions of individual particles. And if that's how many molecules there are in a drop of water, then imagine how many molecules there are in this picture of a cave drip. We can even estimate how many drops of water there are in the oceans of the world, which comes out to a head-spinning 22.2 septillion drops. The compound objects all around us, and even in our own bodies, are made of billions of atoms, and atoms are not just a theoretical convenience. We've observed atoms and have direct knowledge of their tremendous multiplicity. Scientists are used to dealing with such large numbers and have devised the shorthand and algebraic methods to deal with these numerical giants. And geologists, using radiometric dating of meteorites along with multiple lines of corroborative evidence, have reached the conclusion that the Earth is a mere 4.56 billion years old. That's not even as many years as there are people on the planet, which just passed the 7 billion mark, or the cost of the U.S. national debt, which is currently $15 trillion. But the Institute for Creation Research refuses to accept this calculated age of the Earth and uses two flimsy arguments to support their young Earth point of view. They ask, if the Earth is billions of years old, then how can we find carbon-14 in diamonds? The Institute for Creation Research has been told how this happens and is about to be told again. It has to do with contamination of samples, which can happen to the sample when it is still in the ground, in situ, or from sample preparation, or from instrument background and error. The carbon-14 in diamonds mentioned in the video refer to the Institute for Creation Research's rate experiments, in which diamonds were shown with carbon-14 detected in a manner which was completely consistent with instrument error known as ion memory. The real question to ask is, are there any samples of diamond that within background error limits show no intrinsic carbon-14? And the answer is a definitive yes. So why doesn't the ICR mention that in their video? Why does the ICR shut down comments on their videos? I think because the truth is against their proposed facts. The second piece of evidence for a young Earth given is the weakening magnetic field, but this is a truly unimaginative argument. It assumes that the magnetic field recorded over the last 200 years is representative of trends in magnetic field strength over the entire history of the Earth. We have paleomagnetic records stored in rocks that contradict that assumption. Since we have evidence that the magnetic field can vary in strength around a mean level and even reverse its polar magnetization, the Institute for Creation Research's use of recent magnetic field strength weakening as an argument for a young Earth becomes childishly thoughtless and unimaginative. The ICR hides the whole truth about carbon and diamonds and ignores evidence about our magnetic field to fit their ideology and calls it a fact. Lies are not facts, and if God exists, I doubt he wants lies told in his name. The ICR says that's a fact, but I say that's just sad.